Let's do this. It's gonna be a normal drive-in. I'm actually leaving a little earlier today, so might have some extra time with you. Haven't been doing much. I was thinking about with all of the new people coming in to renew some of the old projects. I do have to get 200 slimes done. That'll probably be a 2025 project. I don't want to I was reminded, let's just put it that way, I was reminded that somebody else's image is not, somebody else's art is not mine to do with whatever I want it to do. I don't know whether they want a cut of the money that I'm making from it, or what. It wasn't a cease and desist. It was more of a, you're taking my character and doing things with it that I haven't pre-approved. So they didn't ask for money, and they didn't tell me to stop. Just oh, and to kick it into even a different gear, I don't even think that was from the person who I'm not going to name. I almost did. I don't think it was from the actual streamer. something weird or something like that, or like I'm making a lot of money or something. I don't know what the fuck their camp was thinking. Again, I'm going to say their camp. Could it be one of their moderators? It could just be a good friend of theirs. And it's not like I just started drawing this stuff or mentioning it. I shouldn't even say it's all just art. I do try to give everybody who I draw, right, it's art. Everybody who I draw, I always send them including people who are not my peers, including the, you know, where I am just a drop in the bucket to them. You know, I am just chat to them. Including all of them. And I think it's kind of telling, because you know that it's not coming from the corporate. No corporation has actually come to me to tell me to stop drawing art of them. Pre-approval before you use my art. Yeah, my image, I should say. It's my art. Just another thing that I'm dealing with. it's that's pretty much where the direction it's going to be heading into is massive slime merchandising that I was thinking about doing. I don't want to include people who don't want to be a part of it. On the flip side of that, I've had people who adore it and, who talk about how wonderful the slime project was. And there is a massive amount of people who follow me who only know me as a slime. I think that that's kind of funny. But I didn't have anything that I thought pirates were going to be that for this year, and we haven't done that. Finally getting down to doing overlays and things like that. I am definitely working on the music video, and it is progressing very slowly. And I gotta take the wins where I can get them. I should say I gotta take the successes where I can get them. But where we're gonna take the slimes in the future, I gotta, I have made 60, so I've done 1,060 slimes. And I still have 200 more slimes to do, and that doesn't include me going back through using the 28 Qs. I think that's what sparked them to say, not use their image, because they weren't included. It was a really tough to do the toy factory. It was a really tough. I'm not kidding. It was so tough to choose the 28. There are a few Qs that I believe were more deserving. Of having a Q made of them. Then, to be in there were Qs that were probably more deserving of being in the toy factory than some of the Qs that I ended up choosing. Plain and simple. It's a very thin line, though. difficult for me to just choose the 28. I could have easily chosen 100. I could easily have done. Somebody actually made a request. For other cues to be drawn. I would be more than happy. I would be more than happy to have 1,000 cues. That would make me ecstatic. I have not gone through the cues with a fine-tooth comb and pulled out all the ones that don't follow me and stuff like that. I have a lot of people who I have no connection to anymore. Now 3 years ago, when I started this project. Actually, no, 2 years ago I started this project. So it's been over 2 years. Eventually it'll be 3 years. So by the time you watch this, it'll probably be more than 3 years. I'm about to celebrate my 2nd year anniversary on Twitch. And that's coming up very, very quickly. But the reconstruction year has both proven to be challenging, is probably the best way to put it. And a little bit heartbreaking. But definitely a lot of triumph. So I'm very happy with my place create and have. Collabs and things like that I'd like to be doing. I'm thinking about going back to the original idea of collabing. This is where the cues come into play. And, so definitely anybody who I would collab with or might collab with or do something like that. That's why I started drawing the cues in the first place. Everything that I've done. All around, art-wise, streaming-wise, singing-wise, gaming-wise, everything that I've done. In those respects, I've always had an ulterior and a recycled use, if that's probably the best way to put it, for that. I still have to get an external hard drive, large external hard drive, to basically hold anything that I'm not using, especially art-wise. Now that I've started doing the animated work, it has become not daunting. Daunting is probably the wrong word for it. You need a place to store games. I have definitely been I have full games, like I have Arkham Knights, which basically blew up my other laptop. I have that sitting on my new computer like it's nothing, and I haven't even played it. I have not played Arkham Knights on the new computer at all, and it's just sitting there. And yeah, it was the reason why I created the Batman queue. Every game that I played, I was supposed to create a new queue for. Just running out of space. Making animation, and especially this project right now, cells are going to be on the same. It's not going to be 5 cells and 5 cells, and so it would be 50 cells total. No, what it's going to be is that each of them are going to have their own 5 cells, and then I'm going to be doing another one where it's going to be, let's just call it 5 cells. 5 more cells of all of it together in one image, and then that I'm going to animate, and that could be 30 cells, 40 cells, even 50 cells, because certain cells are going to repeat over again, and I might have to do walking cells and blinking cells and all those things, all of those things play a role. In doing the animation. So it is eating up a lot of the computer. Here's something that you guys do not see, and that's that I have, since I started doing the animation, I did it. I'm with stupid thinking animation. That's 15 cells. Plus the gift itself. And it doesn't look like, it definitely doesn't look like, actually, I believe it's 12 cells. 12 cells plus the gift, so 13 cells. And I barely even use that one. I actually did it because Blue Sky said that they were allowing gifts now, and I did it to test that out, and it didn't work. Did not work at all. I am I don't need this. Don't need to waste gas. But yeah, it did not even work in the slightest. And I just for this project alone, I have 15 GIFs that I've created, and a lot more on the way. And Yeah, a lot more on the way. And I think I definitely need an external hard drive. Maybe two. Maybe I need two of them. Maybe I need one for just animation alone. One for animation, one for games. Um, and and the funny thing about it is, I have a 2 terabyte drive, which I thought I was never. I was like, I will never fill this thing up, and I'm filling it up. Um, like I said, I have some huge games on there. Um, that I need to take off. Um, and if I load them on, remove Steam to its own hard drive all by itself, where I can dump all the games on there. Maybe I'll have all the games playing at once, but yeah, my computer can't handle it. Um, Art Rage. Art Rage takes up so much CPU. Not just running, but it also takes up a lot of memory. And the files it creates takes up a lot of things. Uh, Adobe Premiere takes up a lot of my computer. Um, Now Photoshop, not so much. Photoshop is actually pretty good. It's one of the things that I've actually been using to create the GIFs. I lose the depth thing that Art Rage has. I lose a lot of the functionality that I'm slowly getting used to, but not using that much. Um, when creating something that is similar to what you have so that it can mesh in seamlessly, I tend to not use a lot of things. Um, some of my documakras have been huge files. Um, and it actually has really given me pause um, for creating or going back and creating some of the older files. It's, yeah, I'm. Eh, 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 eh. Um, there's a lot of things that we all go through, and I'm not empathetic, or I'm I'm not unempathetic to what's going on. In fact, I'm extremely empathetic about what's happening with people, and as you can see, I go through the same thing. I mean, I made a huge deal about getting to 10K followers on Twitter, and um, now that I pulled back, it's like I feel like I'm still doing maintenance on it just to keep it at 10K. Um, it's everything that I thought it was going to be. It's nothing like what they said it was, 16 years ago, when I was pushing for it. Um, when I basically lost my mind and dropped out of the world. Um, I watched it. I watched it deteriorate to nothing, and it really is like a whole big thing. And um, I hope you guys like the new title to the playlist. Commuting, communication. Oh my god, I can't even say my thing correctly. Communication skills. Two, TOO. So it's as well. Um, and we might end up doing a third time's the charm. I hate when people drive past me. This is a dead end road. I don't know where they're going. Um, they gotta turn around, they gotta come back. Definitely don't want them to talk to me. think I might be going through a little bout of depression. And that's what's been happening with me for the past month. And I said, hopefully I'm getting over it. Hopefully I'm getting out of it. My funk. I don't want anybody to ever think that I don't want to be streaming. I would, just so you know, I would stream every day, every hour of the day, if I could. I would. As always, cool beans in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. It'd be really, really awesome. Thank you for watching. Oh, I can't thank you guys enough. Like, I know I've been saying this like almost every video now, but you guys mean everything to me. I mean, you are the reason why I like streaming, and I would stream all the time. And numbers don't matter. And people talk about like how numbers, you don't look at your numbers, don't look at this stuff, and you know, here I am. I talk video after video about numbers. But if it's just that one person is enough. So if numbers matter, that's the threshold right there. Once I pass that, everything else is awesome. Once I get past one person listening to me, you know, maybe I'll get 2, maybe I'll get 10. I don't know. But just one is enough. So if you're watching this, you are part of an elite group. Super elite, super secret, total elite group of people who watch my videos. And that in and of itself is fantastic to me. It is amazing to me. And though we might never be, you know, there might never really be a Q army, we might only be a few, it's enough. It's always been enough. And no matter what depression I go through, no matter what craziness, even all the crazy shit that I talk, like that is a secondary thing on what it actually is. And it's why I wish you a freaking great day, because you deserve it. You deserve a great day. And thank you for watching. Thank you. And I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you're going to be having a fantastic, you get to do all the things you want to do. Try not to be overwhelmed. Life is overwhelming. It's overwhelming for me. I like challenges, and sometimes I overextend myself in those challenges. And it happens. I also thrive in that too. I thrive in that type of chaos of can it be done? Because I like, you know, I've talked about my 3 rules of thumb before, and you know, you know, the first rule is to be happy with what you have. I used to attribute that to the Dalai Lama. It's not the Dalai Lama. It's actually Helen Keller who said be happy with what you have. And I am happy with what I have. And I'm ecstatic about it. My second rule of thumb is nothing is impossible. Only nothing. If there is something that is nothing, that's empty, that doesn't have anything to it, it's impossible. Because everything has substance. So nothing is impossible. And it is one of the reasons why I put forth goals that not only all my goals, every goal, slimes, cues, even the pirate. If I did the pirate thing, it would be a very challenging thing. Dakimakuras are very challenging. Doing adult art is very challenging to me. It is. And I like to accept those challenges. And sometimes I think that I put on airs that this is simple, this is easy. It's not. And I don't expect it to be easy for anybody else. Life's tough. And as I've gotten older, that easy street that I thought I was going to be on has never materialized. Yeah, and I look at people who are able to make a living doing streaming, and it's not like all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they've hit that threshold, and all of a sudden it's really easy for them. It's actually, I think it's more difficult for them and more challenging. And I feel I have more freedom than they'll ever have. Because my expectations, the expectations from my audience are so very, very low. I don't even know what my expectations for my audience are. So keep your expectations low. We'll figure it all out. And I hope whatever you do, if you're a streamer, I hope to watch you. I hope that we communicate and have fun and chat and I will not be chat. I will be me. I'll always be Q Bean. I will just be me. And in your chat, in another streamer's chat. And if we meet in somebody else's chat, we will be two different people in that chat. And even if they see us as chat, oh my god, I fucking hate that. I'm waiting for a YouTuber to come up with the name Chat. So they are the entity known as Chat. And everybody knows them, and they're very famous. And they got numbers and blah blah blah. Whatever. I don't know what the hell I'm saying anymore. But you take care. And be well. And I hope to catch you on the next one. Leave a comment. I will respond. I swear I will respond. I do my best to respond to everything in a very timely fashion. I try to be on when things come through so that it looks like I am waiting. But I'll try not to obviously I can't do anything when I'm working. And that could be 8 to 16 hours of my day. Alright, but you guys take care and be very well. Alright?